Instagram Live. This is the third in a series of 4. My name is Daryl Ball. I'm the Group Decorative Manager for ForestOne. Joining me again, as per usual, is our wonderful Marketing Manager, Rachel Cartman. She's staying on the other side of the camera. She doesn't want to be seen, but she will be certainly heard. We have a special guest again today, as promised a couple of weeks ago. But before we introduce her, let's recap what we are actually doing here. So if you remember 4 weeks ago, if you may not have joined us, but if you did, you would remember that 4 weeks ago we announced that ForestOne are going to be the new distributor for EGGER in Australia from July 2020. So that's just over a month away. So that's what we announced 4 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago we had John Dallavia in from EGGER talking about the business, EGGER as a brand, what's so good about them, and obviously we went over some of the products that we're going to go through. Today and in 2 weeks' time where we've Ben Hollard, our specification manager here in Melbourne, who's going to go through the Fieldwood range in a lot more detail than we went through a couple of weeks ago. And today we're talking about PerfectSense. PerfectSense is a sub-brand of EGGER and it is indeed a fantastic product. So just want to cover off the 5 ways that you can actually get more information about EGGER. There's 2 websites. You can jump onto eggger.com, which is the international website. Our website at forestone.com/info/EGGER, that's ForestOne with a number 1. That'll give you the basic details about the Australian range. If you have a rep, you can call your rep, make an appointment with them, whichever way you possibly want to do, whether it's Zoom, via phone, or hopefully very shortly face-to-face. And we will be practicing safe distancing in here, keeping it 1.5 metres, hopefully right the way through this next 10 or 15 minutes. And obviously if you don't have a rep, call us on 1300 088 066. The friendly team on the other end of the line will ask a few questions about where you are and get you in touch with the appropriate rep. The final way is obviously because we are here live on Instagram, you can fire a question to us right here, right now. And in fact, last week we had a question from Paresh. And Paresh, on your way, Rachel, if you'd like to hold up the magnificent EGGER cup and pen, that will be coming to you. You can pick it up next time you're in here. Fantastic. All right, so let's get today's show on the road. Introducing our second special guest after John last fortnight in this pre-launch series about EGGER, one of our star specification reps. I'd like to welcome Kelly Turner.
Thank you, Daryl. Happy to be here.
Great. So Kelly, just a little bit of for our viewers, just tell us a little bit about what you do on a day-to-day basis and of course how long you've been with the business.
Yeah, I've been with the business for 7 years now as a specification rep, and that means I go out and see architects and interior designers and help them specify the beautiful ForestOne product.
Fantastic. Now I know you, more than anybody, is really excited about this whole EGGER range. And obviously you're here talking about PerfectSense today. Yep. Just before we start on PerfectSense, just tell us why you're excited about specifying EGGER.
EGGER is a complete range. They offer laminates, boards, matching edging, worktops, and all in beautiful colours. And when you get your samples, you'll just feel how nice they are as well. They're really tactile, they have beautiful finishes, and in the timber grains, beautiful grains.
Fantastic. All right, so as you may or may not recall from a couple of weeks ago, we talked about our Australian range of 60 curated decors. We've had some design influence there. PerfectSense is part of that range, and obviously we'll talk about that shortly. So today's topic is PerfectSense. So Kelly, tell us what's so special about it.
Absolutely. So our PerfectSense range has 11 matte colours, which hopefully you can see there, including the solids and a couple of marble tones. A bit closer. We also offer 1 gloss finish in the premium white only. The reason we've just gone for 1 gloss is the feedback from the market is that matte is really the way to go. Now the PerfectSense range is true matte or super matte, and it is true fingerprintless technology. So when you feel them, you'll get a nice velvet feel when you get your samples, and you can also do the fingerprint test.
Fantastic.
Later.
Good stuff. So with that range, PerfectSense, what I love about it as well is the fact it's available in a laminate, a board, and edging, which is fantastic. So on the laminate to start with, why is the laminate from EGGER so special in the PerfectSense range?
Okay, so it's a UV cured, high impact resistant board, and this is what the laminate looks like here. It is available, as we said, in those colours. It's true matte, it's anti-fingerprint, which is one of the biggest reasons why people specify this. And we can probably do a bit of a test here, Daryl, if you don't mind. That's the standard finish, and this is the PerfectSense. So, if we do that, you can probably see the difference.
And just to be clear, yes, I do have slightly oily hands by the looks of it. So just also to explain as well, we're not including that as part of the range, so that's why, you know, PerfectSense.
We've chosen this colour for this one because of that.
It is truly amazing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And there are a lot of matte laminates on the market. We're not saying we're the only one, but we implore you to do the test and maybe get Daryl out to do his test as well, because I think you'll find that ours is really superior in terms of the anti-fingerprint technology and also how durable it is.
Okay, these oily hands don't come cheap either. All right, so where would you use PerfectSense matte laminate?
You can use it wherever you use laminate now. It's just as durable as regular laminate. So you can use it on vertical and horizontal surfaces, except for our gloss. I'll point out that the gloss white, we only recommend in vertical applications. So you can use it for your residential fit outs, commercial fit outs. We've used it in retail on curved front counters. It looks great. You can use it in education projects, cafe bench tops, and actually I'll show you what it really looks great as is on furniture pieces or joinery pieces with a designer plywood edge. So it gives a really beautiful finish there.
Fantastic. All right, so if you've just joined us, we're talking to Kelly Turner, one of our specification reps here in Melbourne. Very, very exciting stuff, this PerfectSense. Now, in terms of the laminate, we've touched on the laminate. The one thing that is fantastic, worth mentioning, is the fact that it's antibacterial, as Kelly mentioned, and chem resistant. That's not normally standard in a laminate, so that is standard throughout the EGGER range, and particularly on this PerfectSense. Yeah. So, in terms of PerfectSense panels, okay, yes. Talk to us about those panels.
Okay, this is what the PerfectSense panels may look like. So they are a large-scale European-sized panel on 18mm E0 MR MDF, and the panel material is 20% recycled. It comes standard, as you can see here, with the PerfectSense on the face. On the back is just a matching standard decor. So it has the same anti-fingerprint technology on the face of it. There's also matching edging, which has the anti-fingerprint technology on that as well. The edging is available in 23 and 43mm sizes, and EGGER is actually the only company that make their own ABS edging in-house, so you can be guaranteed that it's going to match the face. It's not a slightly different close finish, it's exactly the same. The panel sizes, as we mentioned, are quite large. That means that you can use floor to ceiling fit outs, seamless look from floor to ceiling in really large spaces.
Fantastic. So can you give us an example maybe of where EGGER PerfectSense panels in that large European sized panel has been used or could be used? Yep.
I certainly can. If you're in Brisbane, please do go and check out Mercedes-Benz Auto House, because they've used it there and it looks fantastic, and I'm not sure whether you can see some images there, but the colour we've used is this sample here, which is a larger sample in the matte black. And Dee from Cotty Parker, who was the specifier on that project, said that it was fantastic to use, and it is actually her go-to range when she wants a matte finish. And as you can imagine, the Mercedes-Benz cars parked in front of the matte black, seamless, no joins, just beautiful.
Fantastic. All right, and just in terms of such a beautiful finish, how can clients be confident that it comes to them or ends up with their project in the same condition as it left the manufacturing plant?
Good question. So the laminate, the board, and actually also the edging as well, comes standard with this anti-static protective foil, which looks like this, and I'll come a bit closer so you can see it. So that is completely machinable, and when you remove it, there's no glue residue, as you can see there.
Beautiful. All right, so added peace of mind for our customers. It will get you in the same condition as it left the mill. Just a reminder, the 12 PerfectSense decors are part of the Australian 60 colour range, and that's designer influenced 60 colours on the ground in Australia from July. As I said, this is a pre-launch, so this is just a bit of a sneak peek behind the scenes to give you guys a bit of an exclusive look at what is coming. Rachel, just before we sign off, Has there been any questions come through?
Yes, we've been asked about cleaning PerfectSense.
Just warm soapy water is all it needs. It's really easy to clean.
Fantastic. And the other question was about FSC. Does this come FSC certified?
It does, yeah, it's FSC certified.
Come on, guys, give us some tough questions, all right? So next week, when
Actually,
Ben's
one more,
here
sorry.
particularly.
It's been asked what makes the PerfectSense product so durable. Is it actually lacquered?
Yes,
It is, yep, it's a lacquered finish.
So there's 3 different types of anti-fingerprint technology. This is the superior one, so it is a fantastic product. Kelly, is there anything else that you wanted to cover off before we wrap it up for today?
I know you touched on it, but just a reminder about the EGGER.com website. They actually have a visualizer on there, so you can choose the colours that you want to use, put them in together and make sure it's going to look okay. There's also an EGGER app that you can download, so just type in EGGER, iPhone, Android, and it comes up.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for your time today and your
Thank you,
expertise.
Daryl.
I look forward to seeing lots of specs from
Absolutely.
your lovely clients out there. Just before we wrap up today, just a reminder, in 2 weeks' time we have Ben Hollard, our specification manager here in Melbourne. He's with us today, he's hiding in the background, getting a bit of a feel of what he's going to be facing in a couple of weeks, but he'll be talking about the Fieldwood range. Don't miss that, because Fieldwood is an outstanding product. Just a reminder, if you want to get in touch with us, the 2 websites, EGGER.com, which is the international website, ForestOne.com/info/EGGER, ForestOne with a number 1. That'll give you the basic information. It'll also give you a full rundown of the colours that we're introducing and the decors we're introducing into that Australian range. You can register for our newsletter via the link in our bio right here on Instagram, or you can email us. Kelly, thank you again. Rachel, thanks for your time today.
Thanks
for joining us today, and see you in 2 weeks. Goodbye for now.